Facts First presents 10 Photos to Test Your Personality. Number 1. The ink blot from the Rorschach Test. This is a psychological test that's used to determine a person's personality. When you look at this ink blot, what do you see? If you see two figures looking forward, it means that you're a patient person who's always thinking. It also means that you never settle for less than the best in your life. If you see a racing car, babies, two cubs, or devils, it means that you have a great imagination. If you see a dentist chair, you are generous and sensitive. If you see a woman lying down, you're likely easily distracted. If you see two dark forces invading each other, you're the type of person who starts projects but you never follow through. Number 2. A second ink blot. In this one, if you see a clown, it means that you are active and social. If you see a lady above dolphins, it means that you're charismatic. If you see a cuddly toy, you likely dwell on the past. If you see something else, it doesn't mean that you're crazy, it just means that your imagination is far greater than most others. Number 3. The strange face. In this image, do you see a face? Do you see apples? Do you see a person sitting down? If you see a face, it means that you are a curious person who is full of wisdom. If you see apples, it means that you get along well with others easily. Finally, if you see a person sitting down, it means that your life is well-balanced and happy. Some people see all three of these things, and that means that you have a little bit of each of these qualities. Number 4. What do you see? Take a look at this photo. You see mountains and water? Do you see a crocodile? Maybe you see people on a boat. Well, if you see a crocodile, it means that you have a very vivid imagination. Seeing mountains and water, it means that you're a very likable person. If you see a boat, it means that you are social and you adapt well in large groups. Most people see at least one of these in this photo. There are a few people who see all of them. That just means that there are many dominant facets to their personality. Number 5. What is the first thing you see? When you look at this picture, what's the first thing that you see? To test your personality, you need to look at the picture for just a second. If you study it, well then that makes this test invalid. So, what did you initially think when you first saw this picture? If you saw a girl looking into the distance, it means that you have a youthful spirit and you look at the world optimistically. If you see an old woman with a large nose looking down, it means that you are typically cautious and pessimistic in the way that you approach life. You can only judge yourself by the first thing that you saw. Number 6. Apple, butterfly, knife. This picture's a bit difficult because most people do see an apple, a butterfly, and a knife. To choose the one that you see first, decide which item is the focal point of the picture. If you saw the apple first, you have the ability to turn any bad thing that happens in your life to something positive. If you saw the butterfly first, it means that you are stable, you're emotionally healthy. If you focused on the knife, it means that you are adventurous and you're always looking to have a good time. Number 7. Which image stands out the most? There are a few images in this photo. When you look at it, you can easily see all of them. You need to decide which image stands out the most to you. Between the whale, the moon, or the person surfing, which is the most noticeable? If you noticed the whale first, it means that you never look for the most simple answers to the questions in life. If you first saw the moon, it means that you're a very optimistic person. And if you first saw the person surfing, you are a full-on self-confident kind of person and you think clearly through the chaos. Number 8. Here's another ink blot test. In this photo, it's another ink blot and most people see either a roasted chicken, a faceless woman wearing a wig, or a cartoon cat who looks scared. Some see a dentist reaching into a patient's mouth, and some see a rocket. If you see the chicken, you hate to be alone and you bore easily. If you see the cat, you are passionate and you tend to be loud too. The faceless woman means you have a very high standard, but you don't have any patience. If you see a doctor reaching into a patient's jaw, it means that you are comfortable in your own skin. And if you see a rocket, it means that you're constantly challenging yourself. Number 9. An interesting piece of art. This is an interesting picture. When you look at it, what is the first thing that your eyes see? Some people see the profile of a face. Some see a rocky cliff. Others see a dog. The profiled face means that you look at your life in a very creative way. It also means that you are attracted to things that are beautiful and colorful. If you see the dog first, you likely have plenty of friends and people tend to be addicted to your positive attitude. If you see the rock cliff, you're prone to mood swings and you're often on an emotional roller coaster. Number 10. Overlapping animals. Of the 10 photos to test your personality, this could be the hardest one when you're trying to see something in it. In this photo, there are 7 different animals, but they're all overlapping. The animal that you see, it says a lot about your personality. If you see a bird and a crab, well, you are emotional and sensitive. If you see a horse, you're wild, free, and very independent. If you see a dolphin, you're creative. If the bear pops out at you first when you see this picture, well, you are a born leader. People who are kind and nurturing, they see a dog off to the side first. The ducklings, they're the hardest animal to see, and if you see those first, it means that you are artistic. Subscribe for more!